Message of the day.
Hello, everybody out there.
Yeah, Amika here today, huh?
We are
Awesome.
getting ready to rock and roll.
Yay.
Hello, Reno. How was your week so far?
What's up? What are you saying?
How has your
What
week
you
been
saying?
so far?
I tried melting some shredded cheese on some crackers. Kind of worked.
Very exciting. Very
Hey.
exciting. How, Django? How are you?
I'm doing all right.
I was lurking on
Used
most
to
of your
make
stream
nachos, so
today.
she'd put a bunch of tortilla chips out on like a flat baking pan and cover them with cheddar cheese and bake it until it was this one big gooey bubbly slab, and then cut it into squares.
We
Great.
got a big, like, 5-pound bag of shredded cheese.
I'll eat it.
Cheddar goes with everything. Bubbly slab, and then cut it into squares.
Alrighty, and so Kita, we
So I
can
went
barely
and got
hear
my
you.
COVID shot on Friday, and it knocked me down all day Saturday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was not feeling good. Still feel kind of rough, but Tylenol kind of pushes that back a bit.
Well, that was your first one?
That was the first one.
Your second one should be much better.
Yeah, and did it make my arm hurt. Yesterday, my arm is ailing bad.
You doing all the moving around stuff? And
Yeah,
everything?
as much as I can, but I already have a shoulder problem that limits my arm movement, so that made it even worse. And I was dumb enough to get the shot in that same arm instead of getting it in my dominant arm. So I'll put it in the
Hello,
left
Dan
arm. Oh
Dazzle.
wait, I can't
How
move
you
my
doing?
left
We're
arm.
just
Shit.
shooting the breeze, waiting for a couple other people to jump on Discord. Appreciate you, Dan.
And break you where I used to be bendy.
So I saw I was lurking on most of your stream today, Jingo. How did it end?
It ended with them. Well, when they left the electronics shop, there was an ambush waiting for them, which they managed to thwart because the perception rolls of the two people that they were smart enough to leave outside were better than the assassins sneaking up to try to ambush them.
That's good.
Otherwise, the assassins would have been in a much better position, and the perception rolls would have been at a penalty. But they were attacked by two mercenaries, basically, brutes with hit and run tactics, and two professional assassins who stayed back and kept popping them with trick attacks.
Were they doing it on purpose, or was it just accidental?
No, they were doing it on purpose. The good guys are trying to. I don't want to give away too much of the plot in case you go through this or have been through this. The good guys are trying to thwart the plot of an evil organization that has sent assassins after them.
Okay.
To stop them from stopping the organization. And this was one of the groups of assassins that caught up with them.
Because you can like walk into a convenience store and some other assassins buying some soda, and you just be out of luck. So,
If you're the contract.
exactly. Go into a store and there's Wolverine, you're not going to want to rob that store.
We also had to bring a character back to life today, and discovered in Starfinder that Raised Dead is the pinnacle of that magic that we could find. And the downside to Raised Dead is when you come back from the dead, you come back from the dead 2 levels lower than when you died.
That's a good price to pay to be alive again, I would imagine.
Yep, that's what the player said. And it was like, all right, here's the deal: you can have this character back, but you're going to lose 2 levels to get him back, and you guys are going to have to pay some money and owe a church some favors.
Yikes.
Yeah, they are level 9 as well. So level 7 is not too shabby. All right, so looks like Kita, are you there? Can see if we can hear you a little bit better.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Barely. Let me
Loud and-
crank you up your
I
volume.
hear her loud and clear.
Well, you can control how loud other people are on Discord.
Is that a question or a statement?
Statement.
Yes.
Yep, and I just did that. So cranking you up 200%. I can hear you now.
Okay, sounds good. Yay!
Yay.
All right, and so
Wow.
if hopefully none of you just clicked off of the message of the day without actually reading it, but Reno, you want to give us a quick little rundown of what happened last week?
Alrighty. The crew brought the breath of embers to Far Portal Station. They rested for the night after answering a lot of questions from the scientists. After saying their farewells, the crew headed through the drift toward Akiton. There we go. As they get close to their destination, they see an asteroid traveling through the drift. It changes course and heads towards the Midnight Seven. And I'm going to assume that it does not usually change course that easily, so we should be suspicious. So,
Yes, I say let's go to battle stations.
All right, and so you guys had determined that this thing was, in fact, a swarming telelith. Roberta, can we get a sound check, please? How are you doing tonight?
Testing 1, 2, 3. Can y'all hear me?
We
a
can.
little
Yes.
softly, but yes.
Loud and
A little
clear.
what?
Maybe I changed your thing. Hold on. Let's see what I did.
All right, so
That's
I'm
right,
going to share a
yours.
couple things again. Django, I apologize, but it's just easier to do it to everyone.
That's all good.
So the chief mate is for anybody who is not, if you guys are used to engineer, science officer, gunner. Well, those of you who were acrobatics based or athletics based, pretty much were stuck to gunner because there really wasn't anything else. Chief mate lets you do that. So you're a type of person who just walks over and just starts ripping out wires, physically trying to push different things on the ship to get things to work and give the ship a bonus. So this is the actual breakdown of what it all means. It's also on your character sheet, just like everything else, but it's just by the title. So it'll just say hard turn and maintenance panel access. So this tells you exactly what it is. You don't have to worry about all the numbers because Fantasy Grounds makes it really easy and calculates all that for you. So that's the chief mate. If it's something you might think you might be interested in, like I said, it uses a lot of acrobatic and athletics. Then you may want to hotkey it, put it down in your hotkey. Magic Officer. For those of you who are mysticism based and want to use your magic-y stuff, or technomancers also. Technomancers, mystics can be magic officers. Again, take a look at this is the detailed explanation. If that's your thing, like Orin, then you
Yep.
may want to hotkey this.
Okay.
And the last one is everything else. So sadly, they don't have these broken down in the core rulebook by person. You guys should be mostly familiar with this already. So again, you may just want to hotkey this, and just if you have a question, pop it up, or skim through it, if depending on how nerdy you want to be. Keep in mind on your character sheet. So let me open up the character sheet here. If you go down to the very bottom tab where it says ships, you will see the Midnight Core 7. Everybody should have that on that ships tab. And then when you click the down arrow between role and actions, you then determine where you're going to be. So for example, we're going to stick Loki in the engineer role. You then click the button underneath actions, and it will fill in the actions for that particular role with all the numbers and stuff. Just keep in mind, some of the bottom ones you will not be able to do yet because you're only level 1. But you can also click the piezo links next to, the question mark. Hover over the question mark and it'll give you a quick 1-sentence definition of what that particular power does.
It's getting better.
That action does. All right.
Some question, but can you resize the ship thing, the ship page? I'm not able to resize it. Is that normal?
You can, if you go down to the bottom right and
That's where I am.
finagle it to where the arrow goes both directions.
Yeah.
It has to be, it's just off the page, just a tiny bit right in the corner. And then you can
Nope,
click and drag it.
there for us.
Can't do that.
It's not there for us at all.
That's weird because I'm playing Loki on my player version. It's right there. Okay, so first of all, let me make sure I'm understanding what you're asking. Are you talking about the character sheet?
On Morindor's sheet at the bottom of the ships, that one I pull ships and it's fine. It's all normal. You threw up one that says Midnight Corp 7. I cannot change the shape or size of it at all. So I'm just curious if that was a mistake on my part or if that's actually what it does.
Okay, so you're looking at the actual ship schematics, correct?
Whatever you threw up, that's what I'm looking at.
I didn't throw up anything.
Yes, you did. You said, "Here's the ship," and I went, "There it is." So it's the war page here for the ship. Because one under me just says is the normal stuff: assigned spaceship, Midnight Core, and then Midnight Core 7, and then all my information and magic user stuff all filled out. Blah blah blah.
Okay, so are you talking about the ship actions? Is that what you're talking about? Because that's
Yes.
what I gave you. Okay, so.
But this one here is different.
That one is, you should be able to change it. I closed mine already, so I didn't save it. So,
okay.
But you can drop it down into the bottom and then just close it if you don't want it right now. Anyway, but you should be able to hold down control, left click and drag, and that should change the size of the box.
Hold down control, left click.
within the window, and it should change it.
Yep. Okay.
All right, and for those of you who want it, I don't think most of you will. I thought this might be what you're talking about. This is the actual ship itself.
That ship, that character sheet, we cannot change the size.
But we have all this information over in our regular ships tab, correct? Or no?
Okay, yeah, so this
Have
one,
most
you
of
are
it, yes.
correct. For whatever reason, won't let you change the shape of it.
Okay.
But no, this has a lot more details of on the ship.
Right.
Some of it is in the Starship Combat Tracker, but it doesn't have things like the Mark 1 defense. Your number is listed and calculated for your
Okay.
armor class and stuff. An Arcus Light Power Core isn't anywhere else except in here. Stuff like that.
Okay. So then, if I want to put it down in one of the macros, there's no nothing to grab here.
So this is actually on the right, one of the red tabs on the right side.
Okay.
Characters, classes, all that stuff. One of them is PC ships.
Okay.
And if you don't have that one, just go to your options sidebar and you can open up PC ships.
Right. So you press that, press the piezo, and it opens up. Okay. Oh, maybe we didn't know that. All right. Cool.
All right, and the last bit of little information is one of the new things that came out with one of the new books is critical successes. So if you're trying to do something as a crew member and you roll a natural 20, then special stuff is going to happen. And I actually delegated that to Jingo to help me out. So basically, for example, the captain can encourage as is one of their actions, and it gives them gives your character +2. If he crits on that, then something wonderful will happen, and Jingo will go over the details. So watch for those natural 20s, folks, as you guys are playing today.
Okay.
All right, so I think that's it. I have a nagging feeling I'm forgetting something, but hey, it happens. Let me share the map.
Ooh, I like that map.
So it does zoom out
Wow.
more if you want it to, but the way I shared it, the ships, it's as close as it's going to get and still see both ships right now. But you can also zoom out if you want to see the whole map. It's pretty nice looking map. And thank you.
Well, do we try to engage it or try to outmaneuver and outrun it?
It's coming at us pretty hot and heavy, right? So, or it's changed directions and moving towards us. So,
I would be inclined to say that it is a danger to space travel and to other space travelers, and to ignore it would just make it the problem of the next thing it decides to chase. So,
okay. Yeah.
being a generally good person myself, I think
I
it
agree.
is upon us to at least try to take it out. If we engage and discover that it is more than we can take, well, then we can try to escape. And if we don't, well, then,
We go down 2 levels. -1.
All right. So is
I think
everybody?
we just be done at this
I'm going to
level.
go down the list. If you would tell me what role you are in within the ship. Let's start with Amika. What role do you want to be in within the ship?
It's good. Can you guys hear me?
I'm hearing
Yes,
you,
we
yes.
can.
Yes, we
Okay.
can.
So, sorry, I got distracted playing a PlayStation game.
You gotta set an alarm in.
So if I remember correctly, the only thing that I was really would be pilot. The only thing I was trained in was to be a pilot. So if I can, then I'd like to do that.
So you have 3 roles that you could fulfill very well. One would be gunner. As a soldier, you are very well trained as to shoot things. As you said, you also are trained in piloting, so you could be a pilot. And you also could be a chief mate because you are really good with your acrobatics as well, and athletics is okay as well.
Now,
Okay, so then I would like to go with whatever the party thinks would be the best and where I should be.
is this chief mate thing? That's a new thing. Is that correct?
Yes.
I think you are the best pilot we have. You might be good at other things, but you are our only good pilot. I can pilot, but you know, my
Yeah,
piloting is probably from playing flight sim on computers and not actually flying. I technically know how it works. I'm not very good at it.
I'm
I
looking at it.
also have piloting. I just
okay, so then I want to be a. I'm good at piloting.
All right. And Orindor.
I am going to be the magic officer.
All right. So you can have more than one magic officer. Loki,
What,
if you want to do that as well. Um, I think I
oh, what
think
else? Oh,
that actually I closed your sheet, so I don't remember exactly what you have, Loki. But look at your skills and see if you have good. There should be a science officer. I will say that somebody with computers should be a science officer. But that brings us to Twitch. Where would you like to go?
You mentioned science officer. I am good with both computers and engineering, so I would be fine as science officer or a gunner.
Excellent, excellent. All right,
what makes a good gunner?
being able to shoot things, high basic attack bonus. So
That's
your
going to be operatives and
soldiers.
soldiers
Yep.
are going to be
Okay.
the best at that.
Okay.
So my preference would be for science officer, but I'll be a gunner if we need one.
Okay. And you can also have multiple gunners because you guys have 3 weapons.
We can also switch roles between turns if necessary.
Right.
I say be a science officer for now, and if we need a gunner worse than we need a science officer, you can switch.
All right, and Doc.
Okay.
I'm going to be the engineer because I too am skilled in computers and engineering.
All right, Bobby, how's it going? I don't see you
my computer
logged on.
I'm working on it.
All right, so I'll go ahead and keep your character for now. Skills.
So besides magic officer, what else would I be good at?
Oh, he's good at computers. What skills? What skills are your highest skills?
My highest are the ones I'm ranked in, which is athletics, computers, engineering,
No,
mysticism, perception, and stealth. I'm sorry, stealth. Sleight of hand. So basically, mysticism and sleight of hand.
damn it.
Okay, so
I know a lot of magic tricks.
yeah, so mysticism, magic officer is the way to go.
Okay, but I'm like, as it pertains to Loki, I don't know what Loki's good at.
So Loki is his highest is also sleight of hands, but also physical science and computers and engineering. So those
Oh,
four
physical
are his
science. Okay.
highest. All right, so he's going to jump into chief mate for now.
New position.
I don't. Why did? I know my damn password to my computer. Just need.
So chief mate has to be able to be physically fit to haul stuff around and force things and that
Yeah,
sort of
it's a.
stuff.
So
It,
engineer.
But also requires nimble enough to access finesse and whatnot.
So
So
engineer.
both.
Loki's going to help you. So before you do your stuff, let him roll his stuff.
he's going to be chief mate.
Yes.
Excellent.
All right. So it looks like we have everything we need. I don't. Did I?
We
No, that's everybody. Do we have a
we
gunner?
we don't,
We may not need
but
one at the
if we
beginning. So you can, because we don't have a gunner. You can, so somebody can also do, somebody like Amika, for example, who has a high BAB, um, can do
Okay.
a swift action and shoot if you guys feel it necessary if you want to shoot. All
that's
right.
only one person gets to do that, right? And
Correct.
only if we don't have a gunner assigned.
Correct.
What's a BAB?
Base attack bonus. And yeah, that makes sense that if we don't have a gunner assigned, our pilot should be the one shooting. That's actually the best option for us because she's the best shot too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is your show, baby.
No
Sound
pressure.
good. I'm okay with that. I get to steer this whole thing.
You get to run the ship. It's all you.
So here's a little picture.
Yay.
All right. So let's go ahead and get this rolling here. We're going to start off, and we were in roll setup is now done. So the engineering phase. So the Loki runs over to a maintenance panel, opens up the maintenance panel, and starts taking wires and rerouting things and moving things around.
Oh.
And he gets a natural 20. So Jingo, is there a effect for the
Let's look
chief
that up.
maintenance panel access?
All right. We want
What a
critical
way to start off
effect.
Starship Combat. Awesome.
Exactly.
Critical success on maintenance panel access. Your assistance gives the engineer more time to perform their action. The next time an engineer attempts an engineering check to divert power, they can roll twice and take the better result. Now, that says the next time I do it to divert power. So I guess that hangs out there until I do a divert power roll.
Correct. Yep, that's the way I read it.
So there's a floating extra check out there. At some point after we take damage, I will do a divert power. And so that's
you have to give
good.
them
We
one of
had
them
that.
little round tokens put out on the deck there.
Starships.
Oh, I'll remember that.
So what the normal access panel does as well is if you succeed and the engineer also succeeds at their check to divert, you can provide the normal benefit from divert to 2 different systems instead of only 1. So
Sweet.
go ahead and do your check, and if you succeed because of Loki's messing things around, then putting on the little tin foil and
Licking his feet. Stick his foot in some water.
Cleaning myself like a cat.
I am going to attempt to divert. I am going to divert power to the engines to increase speed and divert to the science equipment. I can only divert to one. I'm going to divert to the engines to increase speed. But so let's see. I guess that would trigger the second check if I fail on the first one. Let's see.
No, if you succeed, you automatically get to choose 2 instead of just 1.
Okay, yeah, that's right from that. Let's see. Here's my divert. It is a success.
It's a success. All right. So you said you
All
wanted
right.
to divert to what 2 systems?
Science systems, giving the science officer a +2, and engines giving us a +2 boost to our movement this turn.
All right. Awesome. Awesome. So you guys are rocking and rolling, moving right along. So that is the engineering phase.
We are a lot of squares away from this thing, right? Is there a way of checking that out?
No, just manually counting.
Really?
So the
Yeah, there is. It's 140 feet.
so the
140 squares.
the swarm also does stuff, and is now the helm phase. So pilot, let's go ahead and start with you giving us a initiative. So if you look at the bottom, I mean not the bottom, the bottom of your character sheet on the ships. Are you in the ships tab?
40. Okay, so that's 10.
Amika?
Okay, I'm sorry. I was dealing with my cats. I missed the whole last 3 minutes. What happened?
All right, so if you are open up your character sheet to the ships page and click on, if you haven't already, click on the button underneath where it says actions. Do you see that?
Okay, I'm confused. Open my character ship or
Yeah,
my
your
character sheet or the
Yep, character sheet.
Yes, I got that open.
On the
On
bottom
tab,
tab, it says ships.
Underneath action and spells.
You with us? Did you see that?
Yeah, I said okay.
All right,
Sorry.
and then click on the buttons underneath actions, and it'll fill all that stuff in. And you should see initiative on the top.
Nice.
Sweet. Okay, so targets, offense.
You said that any
Offense,
time we can
defense.
ask about what we know about something.
Yes.
Ask it. What do we know about this thing?
Right now you don't know a whole lot because it's so far away. You guys really haven't had a good look at it.
Okay.
All right, so it got a 21 to your 20, just barely missed. So you guys will go first. So I would suggest, it may not make a difference at this range, but if you move first and then the science officer goes, you'll be closer. And I'll double check the range while you're doing that. So if you want to go ahead and move, your ship speed is
Where do you find the speed part? Light freighter,
not showing correctly. Hold on a second.
shields, good piloting. It says speed, but
Offense.
You're right. It is not.
Okay.
Doesn't look
I
like.
need. Yeah,
So I am almost positive it is 10.
It would be based on the engines,
This is a
and
sheriff.
I do not see them on the list. The engine.
Ship items.
Are they considered one
Easy
of the systems?
shit. Items. NPCs. All right.
is the
stream you're just in
spaceship
here,
frame
pulling it
any
up to
help?
see
The
what it
information
is.
on that page.
No, that is simply the size or what is literally the frame, and what's gives you the parameters and maximum and minimums. Why is this not here? Oh, here it is. Ships.
So I say for now, just assume we have a 10 base plus 2 for the
What the hell?
engineer boost.
10 meaning 10 squares or 10 meaning
10 hexes, yes.
Oh, Star Hive. That's why. Whoa. All right, so you guys found it. Nope, that's not a gargantuan. Here it is. So your speed is 8.
The speed is 8, so with the boost it'll be 10.
So where'd you find it?
Under the original ship that I made your ship from.
Oh, so it's not in the ship's page then. Fine.
All right, so go ahead and you should be able to move the token, Amika.
Can you move it for me, please? Because Caleb is here and it's his birthday. I want to say hi to him real quick.
I will move it if you want me to.
2,
Yeah, I'll be right back. I just want to say happy birthday
4,
to him.
5, 6, 7, 8. All right, and so moving the ship does not require any kind of roll. So evasive maneuvers is always a good option. Is that what you want her to do?
At this range, I'm going to, well, we don't know how fast this thing is, so yes.
All right, so she
40.
also rocks it with a 22. She needed an 11.
Nice.
So you guys have +2 to your armor class. Oh, 9, 10. I forgot. I only moved him 8. All right, so now it moves. 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
So just to clarify, the evasion stunt thing, that just means that we're preparing for an eventual action depending upon what the enemy does. Is that right or no?
Gives you a +2 to your armor class. So
We're just
if you get
moving
shot at,
erratically.
if you get shot at, then it's harder for them to hit you.
Okay.
All right, so now it's closer. You guys can get you can zoom in. You see this on your view screen. Now you can get a better look at it. So
Taking work. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Wow, that is an ugly.
Cute. It's a cutie pie. What are you talking about?
I know. I thought it was kind of cute.
identify creatures.
Finally.
We got a roly-poly bug and a wasp coming together, battling it out.
Only it's gigantic.
That's what I forgot. Hold on a second, guys.
Yeah, the
Here
ship
we
is not
go.
to
This
scale.
is the crew of the Midnight 7 with appropriately sized, except for Doc's floating head.
And the ship.
So you have Twitch, who is by far the largest, and then Amika, who is close to 7 feet, the Vesk, who is just about 6 feet. Then you have Loki at 5 feet, and then you have Doc right around 5 feet. I don't remember exactly how tall he is. And then you have Orin at coming in at like 3 feet.
Yes.
Oh, is Zorn a halfling?
He is.
Oh, nice.
Let me just make sure.
Yeah, halflings are one of the more powerful races in Starfinder. They get
3'6".
lots of bonuses and lots of stuff.
3'6".
So yeah, they're pretty cool.
And a svelte 50 pounds.
All right, so yeah, so that's what it was I had wanted to show everybody. And we have, so moving on.
Gunnery phase.
So you had asked about what this thing is. I'm trying, let me just verify exactly. So this is considered a magical beast. So therefore mysticism. So go ahead and give me a mysticism skill, Orindor.
Okay. Very nice. 20.
All right, so this is should be average. So this is
Okay.
10 plus 10.5 CR, 2, 10 plus 13. So it's 13. All right, so it's a DC 13 for you. You got a 16, so you get 2 pieces of information. What would you like to know about it? You know, it is a small starship magical beast.
Starship magical beast. Okay, so one of my questions is, hold on a minute. One moment here. I had a question here. So, okay, well, obviously the first one would be: are there any known weaknesses, be it fire or lasers or water or anything, any elemental type of weaknesses that would be helpful.
It does not have any vulnerabilities, no. Or resistances, either one.
Okay. And then is this a cognizant creature? As in, if I tried to mystify it, it would be possibly successful, or is it like a whale that just does its thing and never knows anything else?
It is
I
closer
have
to, of those two options, is closer to the whale.
Okay. Because, for example, one of my possibilities is mystic haze, where I can call forth a magical burst of static to block your enemy's view.
Yes, that would work.
That would work. Okay.
All right. So that brings us to our science officers. Are you back yet?
I don't think she's back yet.
Twitch. Ship.
Who's the science officer? Wow, I can't speak. Who's the science
Off
officer?
sniffer.
Twitch.
Officer. It's the officer.
Click.
The officer. Officer.
I got it.
Off sniffer.
All right, so with a 15, that is a successful scan because you're definitely within close range now. Close range is 5, medium range is 10 or 15. So with this, let me just do the math and tell you what you're able to find out from scanning this creature. Now, she did only get a 7, so if you want more information, then you may want to do another scan at a later time. Here it is.
Can we also help support a scan or not?
Only through things like the captain could, or the
Okay.
Did
first
she
mate, stuff like that.
apply the +2 from the engineering check?
I did not, so thank you. So that's actually a 17. Damage, attacking, range, crew, engineer. Scan. All right, so the DC is 10 plus the T of the scholarship being scanned, and it's bonus from countermeasures. So in this case, that would be okay. So it does look like it is working correctly this time, because we do have, since we have the swarming telolith targeted, it does look like, let's see. No, the DC is still wrong. So, okay. Because it says versus DC 6. So, and it's definitely high, minimum is 10. So, anyway, 12. It's a DC 12. She got 15. So, she got the basic information. Ship classifications, size, speed, and maneuverability. So, you could also do the math from what you just saw. Speed is 12. It's a small starship. Maneuverability is perfect. So, like you guys, it can turn. It's not have to move to turn. I mean,
You
can
can go
turn
any
every
direction at any time.
time.
That's going to make it hard to run
Size,
away
speed, and
from.
maneuverability.
So
All
let's
right,
slug it out.
Just so that you know, like the whale, any kind of living magical of living starship has shields, engineering, has all these different things. It's just different body parts are assigned to those different things. For example, in this case, the heart is the power core, that type of thing. It has armor and defenses and things like that. All right, so that is your science officer. So that brings us to our gunnery phase. So that is you, Amika. So if you look at your the minor action there, it says snapshot.
Okay.
And so go ahead and click, first of all, go down below. So you have the arc. The only one in front is you have 2 gyro lasers that are linked in front. So click on one of the gyro lasers, the little circle next to it,
Okay.
and then click on the attack next to snapshot.
Boo.
All right, yeah. So a 5 on the dice is not quite enough, as it swerves to the side, and you expect it to keep going straight. In response, this thing is going to hurl debris at you.
Tomorrow, but I'm trying. But hands tough and I said hi.
Go get in bed and I will.
We're just waiting for the game to start.
Go, please. Please go to bed.
Oh, I don't have you guys targeted. Give me a second.
Please,
Drag target.
permission to get on YouTube to listen to it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Go to sleep.
And mute. All right, so 14 on the dice is a 20, and that is enough to hit your armor class.
Did you factor in our +2 for the evade?
Yes, you have a 15 defense, so +2 is 17. So 20 is enough to hit. All right, so you take 6 damage to your front shielding. All right, so you can see on the I was just looking at the combat tracker, trying to read. Oh, okay. So what happens is that the 5, you had 4, 5, 5. Your shields were you have 5 on each shields, and you took 6 damage. You lost your front shield and took 1 point of hull damage. So that's why it says 5 and 1 on your damages.
Okay. Ow.
All right. So apologize for the delay, guys. It's lots of windows open here. All right. So that is the gunnery phase. You both take shots at each other. That brings us to the top of round 2. So you know a little bit more information. You need to decide if you're going to keep your science officer where he is, if you want another scan, if you want some gunners, what you want to do with that.
Yeah, we definitely need gunners, don't we?
Do we have any role that we got 2 people in right now?
I don't believe so. Let me double check.
Nope.
And
So when you get them,
Bobby, are you on yet?
yes, I am.
All right, so
Well,
go ahead and
the only thing I can see that as far as magic officer that I can do right now would be to increase the.
oh, I forgot about you. So we'll go back a second, and let me take a look and see when you actually go.
I have an action and a minor action.
During the engineering phase. Okay, so so you can do Eldritch Shot, Precognition, Scrying, Mystic Haze. So you said you wanted to do Mystic Haze?
Well, we weren't shooting at the time. I was asking you about that. Sure. Let's go with Mystic Haste.
Okay, so you can't. It says if you have to have at least 6 ranks in mysticism. So right now, basically, you can do the top 3: Eldritch Shot, Precognition, or Scrying.
Eldritch Shot. Then.
Tell Mr. Sven I said hi.
I will. Just go to bed.
It says to choose one weapon on your starship to augment and attempt a mysticism check. If I succeed, the gun retreats. Hold on a minute. The range of the weapon as 5 hexes longer than normal. 5 hexes is a lot, actually. It's more than half, double our thing.
All right, so go ahead and click that button and see if it works. If it would have worked last turn. Yeah, there you go. So that is a success. So when she shot the lasers, they had extra little oomph to them as she blasted them out. So are you going to stay as the mystic, the assigned magic officer?
Okay, so how does it work for the minor action as well?
So that was already the minor action is everybody has those. Those are just for people who, like I said, if no one is in that role, you can take those shots and do those certain things. That's why she was able to do a gunner.
Okay.
So I would suggest personally, again, you can do what you want. Since you're so close, you really don't need the Eldritch Shot. The Precognition would be nice because that gives your you basically tap into the realm of magic and are able to get a glimpse of what he's going to do, and it'll give him a +2 to his piloting check.
Okay.
If you're going to
Is
stay
that
as a magic
piloting
officer.
check for initiative?
Yep, for at the beginning of the helm phase to determine piloting order. Yep.
Nice. Yeah, do that.
So go ahead and do that now then.
No, is anybody else going to change
in the hallway,
roles?
Babu. I'm not lying this. I'm not lying.
All right, so nobody else is changing roles, so we'll go ahead and go to... Yes, so now go ahead and do the engineering phase.
All right. Chief Mate, you got something to bang around first before I roll?
So you're trying to... You already have a boost because of his double... Because of his critical last turn.
Actually, it said on the next roll to divert. I already diverted last round, so that bonus is gone. Okay. I didn't need the second roll.
Okay. So what are you going to be doing this turn? I presume you're going to be repairing the shields?
I am going to divert power to the shields, yes.
All right, so do we want to Let's take a look and see what he can do.
Yeah. I don't, on the ship part of the character sheet, I tried.
So you should see on the top Midnight Core and Chief Mate.
Yeah.
Click the little button underneath Actions, that little black square, and it'll populate it.
Okay. Hopefully it will.
So
there we go.
He can improve the maneuverability by 1, but you've already got perfect maneuverability, so you don't really need to worry about that. So, and then the other one would be the same thing. He can divert to 2 different systems instead of 1, so that's actually pretty good. So I would go with that one again. Maintenance panel access.
Okay.
Just go over to the side.
Maintenance.
Click the blue circle where it says check, and so Oren, you can do your check as well.
I rolled a 2.
For the scrying? No.
Correct. Precognition. Yep.
Precognition.
So
Okay, got it.
Loki's there pulling wire, doing things, sparks flying. Smell a little bit of
We
burnt
also
fur.
failed. We both failed.
All right.
And you say, it's a good day for romance. That is my... Put your hand to your forehead.
All right. I will divert.
Brush my long hair back.
This is a successful divert. Now,
Nice. Okay, so you get back
5% of our power core, which is 3.75 points. Do we round up or down?
in this particular case, I'll do it for 4.
All right, then we'll restore 4 points to the forward shield.
Nice. Now on the ship's page, is there a picture that shows you like all of that stuff, or like in the other one, or not? Is it all just the stats and stuff?
That's that thing you said you couldn't change and couldn't move.
I know, but I mean, like on the one we have for the Starfinder one, you have the whole picture of the ship and all of the things on it. This is just
I
showing
think that
stats.
went away with Legacy. It didn't make the jump to
Okay.
Unity, I don't think.
Okay.
I don't understand your question. Are you talking about the
Like
map?
on the weapons page. On the weapons page, it used to show you where everything was and how you were maneuvering around your shields and stuff. I'm not seeing where I can see that. Like you just move some shields around. Where is there a picture of shields?
Yeah, there he is right. We don't have the character sheet we have. It's kind of limited.
Okay,
It's
the character
funny
sheet
that
you're talking about. Okay,
it's
so
funny that the ship
I
combat
can see
tracker
that
doesn't.
as the GM in the ship combat tracker. As a player, you don't see that. Give me just a second. And yes, Bobby, if you want to jump on Discord, go for it.
So Django, so how are you manipulating those things then?
I'm
How
just
do you?
telling
He's
him.
not.
I know we were down 5 points on the forward shield. I just know we were, and I know we got 4 back. And so I just tell him what's happening, and he manipulates it.
Okay.
But
we need a picture, man. If I was doing this, I would not be remembering this stuff. So.
well, the character sheet under the PC ships tab shows the arcs of the shield. There's a box there that shows the arcs of the shield and shows how much damage the shield has done.
Under weapons.
No, you should have a tab on the side that says PC ships. If you don't,
Yeah, I did. I know.
All right, yeah, open that sheet.
Yep.
All right, on Yeah, right there on the weapons tab, right below the critical damage box.
Right.
Those are the arcs of the shield:
Arcs.
forward, port, starboard, aft. And notice that our forward shield is at 4 points and not 5.
Yeah, there you go. They moved it to this page, the weapons page, instead of the main page where it used to be. And it's not in a pretty little
But-
pie
right.
pie shape.
Right. And but you also don't know like what it was before. If you didn't know there was 5 before, it just says 4.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. And they need to work on this. I'm not happy with that. Put my foot down.
I will say this in their defense: the Starfinder core rule set is free. Well, you have to own Fantasy Grounds, and you have to buy all the books, but the rule set itself is free. That's not, or didn't used to be, the truth with all of the rule sets. Some of them you had to pay for.
Yeah.
All right, so we're done with the engineering phase. Helm phase. So, Amika, go ahead and give us another initiative, please. I'm going to turn on the GM roll.
Thank God you had a +6 on that one.
Yeah, my rolls are not doing so hot today.
All right, so you guys get to go first. So do you want the science officer to scan again, or what do you want the science officer to do? You can lock on. Is there something else that the science officer can do?
Ooh.
Target system, I mean. Basically, scan or target system. You don't need to balance the shields right now.
Looking. Let's see. What does target do? That targets a specific system.
Correct. And if you
I
get
say
a
lock on. Do the lock on. That's a +2 bonus to gunnery checks.
can't do lock on because you have to have 6 rankings in computers. So it's target system or balance. I mean, or scan to get more information about it if you want to.
Then target system.
All right, and Roberta, are you back?
Nope, really not.
+10 2 to the charge should be scan. I mean, 15 +2 to the inner charge. All right, so she needed a 17, and she got a 14, so that was a fail. All right, so Amika, did you want to move the ship, or are you going to stay where you are?
What do you think, guys? Should we stay or move?
On our best day, we can't outrun it. I say just I don't know. What is our maneuvering? I'd say try to get around behind it, but it can go in any direction, so we might as well just um, let's see. What is our more powerful weapon? Are our side
front.
weapons more powerful, or is the
We've,
link
we've,
gyro
we've,
lasers?
we
Your
have
linked
two,
gyro lasers are more powerful.
two. It's
I say
gyro, guys.
at this point, um, I would say yeah, just face it head on and let's see what's going to happen. Shoot it.
Okay, so gyro lasers. Let's go.
All right, so then go ahead and give me an evade. It's one of the special maneuvers you can do as a pilot.
Success, man! Success!
Yes.
Alrighty, so you guys have a +2 to your armor class. It is going to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it moves up right next to you, and its mouth opens, and it tries to slam into you. Doc, this is a one-off situation. Well, maybe not as one-off as you might think, but it's a different situation in that you don't have move actions. I will allow you, if you want to, because it is a living creature, to use your special micro lab to do your check if you want.
Will that replace my action next round?
No, because it would normally be a move action, so it's sort of like you still have a full action. So I'll just give it to you. What is your total? It's in the combat tracker.
Hold on.
It's like 29 or 30, isn't it?
Living 30.
Yeah, it's a living 30. Okay, so you get. I'm going to treat it like. Yeah, so you tap into you link your micro lab with the ship's scanners, and as it correlates the information between the two, you are able to get, with a 30, you're able to get 4 pieces of information.
Nice.
So if you want to look at the starship page, or whatever you want to do, you can ask anything that you can see there.
How does it? Well, we know how it attacks. It tried to bite us, didn't it?
So it has 2 attacks, as a slam attack and a debris attack. It did the hurl debris before, and it hit. It has a slam attack, but it has a special ripper quality. So that means it's actually weak against shields. So your shield is going to take. So say if it does 10 points of damage, it's only going to do 5 to the shield. Once it gets through the shield, it'll do full damage to your hull with its mouth.
And I imagine it is just a semi non-intelligent thing that just eats. If I could know what's its armor class?
17, so is its TL.
We know its move and its maneuverability. Do we know how smart it is?
Smart as a whale.
It has basic intelligence, but mostly it's just acting on instinct. So it's not very intelligent.
Now, I don't know if this is a piece of information that I can have, but does it have any natural predators?
Just other, alien races attacking it.
Giant
Um,
space things.
Things swarming tellus that are larger than it. You do know that this is an abnormally large specimen. A lot of times they travel in swarms of anywhere from 5 to 10, and they'll attack, you know, together different ships and things. So this one is a larger one. It's probably eaten the rest of the swarm to get this size. And then so you have one more thing. Hit points. You can do shields. Any of its
What astrological
skills.
sign is it? Points. About hit points.
Yeah, how tough is it?
It has 35 hit points. So once you get through the shields, it has 35. All right. So we are that was our helm phase. Let's go to our gunnery. All right. So Amika, once again, you are up. You are point blank range. So go for it. And it is
+2.
also going to try to slam you.
Now, when do I do my thing?
Your
Magic
precognition.
officer?
I thought you already did that. Yeah, you did that. You failed.
So, do I do one gyro laser or two of them?
They're linked, so you would just click one, and then roll the attack. When you do the damage, you'll do the damage twice.
Okay.
So that is a miss. So next turn, I would say you guys may want to just throw a couple people in gunners, but it's up to you guys, because she has a minus because she's doing this as a minor action. All right, and this thing is going to try to slam you. Wow, 14 on the dice.
Ow!
So the first 10 damage is absorbed by the shield, and then the last 7 goes through to the hull. Damage is
No es bueno. Our hold points. How much damage? 7 went through?
So you now have a total of 9. So that does
cross the crit
cross
threshold.
1 crit threshold. So, who would you like to do that roll?
Let's let the pilot do the roll.
Oh, never mind. It did it automatically. So your
it should do
power
it
core is now glitching.
Oh, fun.
It was marked glitching there for a second, but then it came off. Mark it back on. I can probably fix that, patch that up on my turn.
Loki might be able to do that too, right?
Yeah, either engineer could do that.
All right, so that brings us to rolls. So you guys, who wants to switch to what? And I'll be right back. Give me just a moment. Decide where you want to be and switch them up.
Oh, I'm switching to gunner. The only thing I can do with right now, it would be to augment one weapon for 5 hexes longer.
No, we
all
wouldn't
this,
need to
all
do
the
that. Yeah.
precognition and scrying I can do, and that's pretty much it. So at this
Yeah, you
point,
can.
go
I
ahead.
would switch to gunner. Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe I'm gonna try to let's see, what was the role you were in?
Magic user, a magic officer.
Okay, yeah, I think that switch to gunner would be good. Who is our science officer?
Twitches, I believe.
Twitch? Well, I don't know what the rule. I'll have to look it up on firing weapons that are not within your arc. Um,
I thought all the weapons were controlled electronically anyway. You could be anywhere and shoot anything.
well, not it's the arc. I'm concerned with where the weapon is on the ship. If it's in front of us, we may be able to fire out of arc with one of the other weapons as well and get multiple shots on it
Right. Okay.
if we have two gunners.
Targeting
Let,
me.
let me
Right.
look that up.
Well, we have the light torpedo launcher. So we have two light torpedo launchers, but I mean, if we have one that's going to the side,
Yeah.
we have two off to the side, so that one goes off each side. We might be able to do a lock on that with those. Of course, a laser doesn't go in. Never mind. There's no laser here. Light torpedo launcher. There's no definition on this. No definition. So
One gunner can resolve point attempt. An acrobatic.
All right, so is everybody ready to go? Looks like Orindor switched over to gunner.
yep.
All right, engineering. Engineer, do your engineer.
All right. We don't have a chief mate anymore, do we?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, I'm still.
Loki's still chief mate.
Yeah, I didn't switch.
All right. Then can you do that thing where you give me bonus to 2 things?
Yep, access panel.
Oh no, that'll only work with divert. This round we have a choice. I can either try to patch up our glitching engines or divert power to our shield. Right now, we can't outrun it. We're just slugging it. So I say I'm going to divert power to shield. And if you can do your maintenance access thing, we can divert power to shield and weapons.
There we go.
That's a success.
Nice.
All right. I will divert.
We're all gonna die.
I do not divert this round. Yeah, I went to the doctor and she said, I'm afraid you have life and it is 100% fatal in everybody that contracts it.
Exactly.
No one ever gets out alive.
Nope.
It's a short range. Whereas the torpedo, sure, tracking.
There we go.
So Doc was asking about doing the torpedo launcher since it's a locking weapon. Can we have those divert around?
I'm trying to look up firing weapons out of their arc and how it can be done and what the penalty is. I'm still digging that up.
Yeah, I have that right here when we get there. So you got we're not able to do that. So we're moving on to the helm phase. Go ahead and give us a piloting check.
A what check?
Piloting.
Initiative for piloting.
Oh, initiative. Okay, sorry.
All right, you guys will get to go first.
Not been doing well in that realm.
Just do the evade maneuver and dance with it.
Evade
All right,
maneuver.
Mika, so go ahead and give us an evade check.
She has an evade button on her thing.
Yes, as a pilot, there's an evade. Kita, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry. What?
Evade. Give us an evade check.
See, cool. Success. Just wait a minute.
All right. So give me just a second, guys. I'm trying to get this camera to work. Shit. The hell is that? That's French console. Okay. All right, guys. Sorry, I'm just a smidge away. We can see Bobby now, but I'm trying to get it properly framed.
Is that better?
Oh, it's not your end; it's my end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The answer to your question is yes. Oh, that is better, but the issue is mine.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna leave it the way it is.
Okay, so while we're all fiddling around, just big information for you guys.
There we go. Okay.
The word is gyro, gyroscope,
Yeah,
gyro
I know.
laser.
I'd just say gyro because it bugs you.
It will bug me.
Sorry, I'm
Gyro.
the
So
same way.
are the sandwiches called gyros too? Because it's spelled the same exact
Yes, it
way.
is. However,
Aren't they
we're
like
not Greek.
gyros?
They are gyros.
Euros, yes, because
Gyros.
G is pronounced like a Y.
A friend of
in
mine
Greek.
is Greek, and his dad would club me over the head for mispronouncing it.
Exactly.
They are so dang yummy.
Oh my god!
I went to the mall last week while my kids were at school and got one.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. The first one I had was from a street vendor in Germany, and over in Europe, Euro vendors over there are like hot dog vendors over here. They're everywhere, and just like the best hot dog you'll ever have comes from a hot dog vendor, the best gyro you'll ever have comes from those gyro vendors because they got the meat on the spit right there in the cart. They carve it right into the pita and put the fresh stuff in. It's like, oh my god!
Yeah.
This place has been in that mall for as long as I could remember.
All right, and Amika, I presume you want to spin the ship so you're not facing it with your bad shield.
Yes.
All right, and which way do you want to face? With your
Either
butt
right
to
or
it?
left so we can hit it. No, we
Yeah.
can't shoot it with the butt to it because we don't have a rear arc weapon.
I am ready with the light torpedo launcher.
So then let's go with the right side.
All right. So that is the way you are facing now. If you look, there's a little
Cool.
yellow arrow on the page. You can see this thing is biting you, so it's not moving, and it's not trying to swarm around you and stuff. It's not intelligent enough to try to take advantage of your ship, of your shield, if it even knows where your shields are. So it's just going to go nom nom nom, little Pac-Man, space Pac-Man action.
Okay.
So the fire at will is basically the only way that you could do what you're talking about at your level. You fire any 2 starship weapons regardless of their arc, but you get the attack is made at -4 for both of them.
I would take that. Take that. That way we can try to hit it with 2 torpedoes. I mean, yeah, we might fail, but I'd at least take that shot the first time.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, if it
All
hits,
right.
it has a much better chance of doing some damage. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
And by the way, I did misread the stat. So this has a 14 AC and TL, not a 17. All right, so go ahead and roll your attacks.
Who's rolling the attack?
That's you. You're the gunner. So go to
Yeah.
are you on your ships tab?
Yeah.
On the
Click the
bottom,
fire at will.
click 1.
Oh, okay. Okay. Pick.
You have to go to the
Oh,
very
okay.
bottom first
Down
and
at the
pick your
bottom.
weapon.
Pick one of them. Okay, got it. Okay, there we go. Like that. Then press this. 19.
19 on the dice. That is going to be
Nice.
enough to hit. So the
So
torpedo
now,
comes
now do I roll the
slamming into
damage?
it.
Or
Yep. Now go ahead and roll the damage.
I have to click the thing again to do that?
Yes,
Or
if it's
not?
not highlighted
Unclick.
anymore. All right, and then now do your second attack.
Second one. Okay, so same ones on this side. So I could have done both at the same time, right? Fire at will.
No,
Should it
that
hit
one's
her?
gonna miss.
Is it a miss?
Oh yeah,
That
4
one's a miss.
is definitely a miss. All right,
Already done.
6. So this thing, the torpedo slammed into this thing. You see some flames come up.
And then it's gonna chomp us again.
Oof, it also got a 19. He's been rolling rocks today. But you do have a full shield, so that means of the 10 damage, actually it's all absorbed by the shield. Because
Nice.
it does, it has the special ripper quality, and it doesn't work. All right, are you guys going to move around? You still need a science officer? Do you want her to switch to something else? Have a couple gunners? Or what do you want to do?
Well, I don't think we need 2 gunners because of the arcs of our weapon. We're only going to be able to bring 1 weapon to bear.
Well-
The double shot was worth a try, but I think a single shot would be better.
You can do both if you have 2 gunners. So one could do a normal shot, whatever arc it's in, and then the other one could shoot the other 2 if you wanted.
So,
Yes, let's take the second
so-
gunner then.
hold up. I got a quick question. God, why does that keep closing on me?
It closes on everybody.
I don't like
Press the
that.
thing again.
So, targeting aid.
What are you talking about?
Well, I'll wait till my turn and I'll ask you about it then.
Oh, we're asking if you want to switch roles.
No.
So if you look at the question mark, if you put the
Yeah.
thing on that, it says you use up a resolve point
Okay.
to do that.
I just
So if you
and then a gunner can do either the broadside or the fire at will without the
penalty, correct?
penalty.
Nice.
Okay.
But it does take a resolve point. So yep, if you want to try that, you can. And that is done on the that would also be the engineering phase. All right, so Twitch is the only one moving.
Yep.
Yep.
I'd have to roll a
All right,
6.
engineering, go for it, Loki. And then on your main.
12. Didn't get it.
So
Damn.
and then on your main
Get
page,
21.
go down to where it
Yeah.
says on your character sheet in the main page, go to where it says. Oh, there is no way to do that from your side. So let me see if I can do that. There you go.
Okay.
Perfect. What did you do to do that?
It said I held over it. It says double click to spin or /use. So
Perfect. Cool.
I must have accidentally double clicked it.
Nope, that's exactly what you want. That's exactly what you wanted to do. So I don't know where you did that, but that's cool. All right.
Yep.
Oh, I see. Cool.
Where
I
it
did not
says
know
current.
Yep. Awesome. All right. Any other engineering checks? Jingo, are you doing anything for engineering?
I'm diverting to the shield that is facing the monster. Let me do that. Oh, and I'm successful. So I will restore
Nice.
4 points to the shield. Which side is he on?
Port.
I will restore
It's the left
4
side.
points to the port shield.
No, he's on starboard right now.
Well, then
He's on
I'll
starboard.
restore 4 points to the starboard shield. And if we can, during our move phase, let's spin around and put a fresh shield on him.
All right.
And that's it for me.
Speaking of movement phase, go for it. You need initiative, please, from Amika.
Initiative.
All right, so you guys get to go first. So I presume you just want to give him your left side this time?
Yes.
Amika, is that what you want to do?
If it's what the team wants, then yes.
All right. So are you gonna go ahead and give me an evade again?
Yes.
Now
So,
the only other thing you could do. All right, that's a success. So think about it. The other thing you can do is called a flyby, but it is a risky thing. And let me make sure that you can do it at your level. Pilot action. It is. You can. So what it means is you would fly through its square, hex, whatever, and you would make an attempt. For you, it would be a. Where'd it go? Oh, it's a stunt, so it's on a different page. Anyway, so you roll and try to do it, and if you succeed, then you get to shoot it on any side. If you fail, it gets a free shot at you. So it's a big gamble. Actions, and I'm not seeing the stupid the stunts. 319. Here it is. Flyby. So it's DC would be 24 piloting check. So at this point, you probably wouldn't want to do it because a failure means it gets a free shot.
Yeah, I don't like that. No, I'm good.
All right. Anyway, sorry. I should have looked it up first and not even mentioned it. But you will love it later on when you get higher level. You will be doing that all the time because it's one of the most powerful.
Yeah, it's fun. Yes.
All right. So you moved. You evaded. And so now we shoot each other. All right. So we have two gunners. Who's doing what? Which is the better shot? So do you want him to take the sure thing and do one shot, or do you want him to take the two shots?
If he's better, he should do the 2 shots, right?
Which
Yes.
one is that?
Wrong.
It's your call.
Left.
Well, you have two gunners, don't you?
Which one? Which one is the double shot though? Shoot it twice.
Fire at will.
Fire at will.
Fire it well.
So what's going to happen is you have one of you is shooting the left. I mean the port light torpedo launcher. Normally, the other one is, and that's a regular regular shot. The other one is going to do shoot, and then the other one is doing fire at will. With the other two weapons, the two gyro lasers and the other torpedo launcher.
For total of all 3 weapons that firing then.
Correct, because you have two gunners. Yep.
We need a nuke.
Okay. So I'd be fine doing the fire at will.
Okay. So, click on the bottom. Click the starboard, the right-facing torpedo launcher. Click the little circle next to it.
What?
On your ship's
Right
page.
facing. Right facing or left?
It's still left facing. It's one on the light torpedo on the bottom.
You're shooting the left one. She's shooting the right and the gyro lasers.
So am I selecting them both then?
No, you're just doing one at a time.
Okay, okay, got it. Right one.
And then shoot, fire at will. Click the button. Nice. All right. So now go ahead and do the damage.
How do I do the damage?
You have to re-click the button, I think.
Right. Do I have to click the damage twice or just once?
Yes, double click it. There's no
Double-click.
dice symbol
Okay,
there.
gotcha.
Nice, 9.
All right, so now just click one of the gyro lasers and click fire at will. Nice. Okay.
Oh.
And then click
Damage.
and then click it again because they're linked. The damage. All right, so a total of 13 damage. So now, Orin, just click the left-facing light torpedo, the port
Yep.
arc, and then click
shoot.
shoot, because that's a better shot.
20.
Nice. All right.
Talking about, yeah.
So
Yeah.
you don't do double damage, but
Okay.
it does an effect to its a critical effect.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll
roll
regular damage.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, so
12.
all right, so you burst through its shields with the very first shot. So he did 25 damage. So 2 of it was stinging, so 22 damage. Here it is. All right, so I'm just looking at the systems and such. So in this, by the way, you were asking what targeting does. Had he targeted, then it would have done, and you got a critical. Both those things have to happen. Then it automatically hits that one, whatever you targeted. So weapons or engines or whatever the case. Bink, bink, bink. All right, so you blast into this thing, and you see a large sections of it are all now bloody, and there's blood globules floating through space, and a chunk of the carapace has come off. All right, and who is taking what position?
I'm
I'll
staying
stay
where
where. Me too.
I'll stay where I'm at.
Yep, I will too.
All right, engineering phase.
Thought I'd try it again, but I failed again.
All right, so don't forget to use up a
Yep, I'm doing it right now.
AP resolve. Yep.
I'm.
Oh,
All right, Doc, go ahead and do your magic. Oof, 1 on the dice is not going to do it.
No, it's not.
gonna die.
All right, Mika, give us a piloting check for initiative.
You're not well, Robert. Bobby.
This time you almost had it, but you get to go first again. Are you going to spin?
Should we spin, guys?
You want your
Yes.
aft or your port side facing it?
Well, I was going to look at our shields
Yeah,
and see
you
where
gotta
we're
ask,
at.
you gotta ask Doc about the shields thing.
Yeah,
I'm looking.
You want your aft or port because you're both at full.
Yeah, let's spin to port. That way we have at least one torpedo launcher facing directly. Otherwise, if we have our aft facing, the only way we're going to be able to fire is the fire at will because we don't have a direct weapon facing that way.
Yep. All right, and you go ahead and do the evade, Amika.
Success. Yes.
That is like the 4th 6 I have rolled today.
Fortunately, it's still successful.
I know. I'm like, I'm not complaining too much because I'm succeeded.
Where'd the bug go?
All right, so it succeeded on its flyby check. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And it does one last hurl debris.
The old debris move.
But it missed, and it takes off. Are you going to try to pursue it?
We've damaged it a lot, though, right? We know that.
It's probably gonna bleed to death.
Well, mechanically, you've only damaged one, and you've only damaged its forward shields. It still has all of its other shields.
It decided to run.
Yes.
Let's cut bait and get the hell out of here.
Right? Let's
Yeah,
move.
I agree.
All
I
right.
mean,
No more Pac-Man for us.
All right.
We move
So
on to easier prey.
exactly. So it takes off. Whoosh. All right. So that's gonna. That's the only thing that happens on your trip. You've got about 3 more hours before you drop out of the drift. So anything anybody wanted to do during your time in the drift? Let's start with Doc.
I'm going to fix our ship. We took hull damage. If it can be repaired without me going outside, nano repair bots being directed or whatever, then I'll do that.
There you go.
All right.
Otherwise, it's not getting fixed till we go to dock because I'm not going outside the ship out in space.
If there has to be someone go outside, I will help him with that.
Okay. Anybody else going to be doing anything? I know last week Doc was researching the different races and watching porn from the Bolita and
Yes.
the cats.
Doc is interested in all kinds of sex.
Exactly.
Biodiversity, man. Biodiversity.
And the
Orndor is going to
Marikoi
be
is a whole 6-hour thing because it takes 7 to reproduce. They have 7 genders.
yikes.
Wow.
So Orndor is going to be doing some practicing with his guns and also practicing with his new survival knife. Trying to learn some moves and
All right, and who are you practicing
do
with?
some Kung Fu Rambo shit. I thought we had an emulator. Somebody wants to practice with me, but I prefer if you didn't because I'd be cutting you. I'm not holding back.
Doc would spar with you, but he's in the exercise protection program, and he's not allowed to do that.
That's really good. I'll spar with you.
All right.
The EPP. Okay. I'm going to remember that.
Okay.
Catch you some soccer shin guards so I don't beat you up around the shins.
I think you're taking me too lightly.
I'm a wee lad.
All right. So let me throw you guys some experience, and you get some practice in.
Hell is that?
I'll give you guys 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Yep. Click.
Huh.
All right, so your ship comes out of the drift into the packed world space. And in front of you, you see this large red-orange planet as you approach it. If you look at the background, if you move your windows around to where you can see the back of your screen, it's right above the A is Akaton in Starfinder. And you have coordinates. You're going
So
to
we
be
can close out
looking.
this map. The map.
Yep.
Thanks, Greg. Can you close out?
Yeah, you're done with the Starship combat map. And your point of contact is at the Akaton branch of the Midnight Corps, and his name is Tiknuk.
Okay.
Midnight. So as you come around, you're getting ready to land the ship. You see that there are domed. Midnight is mostly domes, made up of domes. And you see underneath there is a large cave type structure, and there are tracks leading out from it that go as far as you can see. Way off in the distance, you see what looks like a train with different cargo moving toward Midnight, and you also see one that's heading out of Midnight as you getting ready to approach and as you land. And for those of you who were wondering, anybody want to take a guess as to what that picture actually is before I added the city, the cave, and the
Picture of
tracks?
Mars?
That'd be my guess.
It's very similar to Mars, yes. Only there are spaceship graveyards from an ancient battle here, and lots of wasteland. It's not a very friendly or hospitable planet.
So you are correct. This is an actual picture of Mars, the surface of Mars, that I tweaked and changed.
Nice.
I think I've seen that picture before.
All right, so as you land, is anybody staying on the ship?
No, not me.
No,
Nah.
I'll explore.
I will stay on.
Nice. Why are you staying on the ship?
I thought we were. Oh, I thought he was asking. Stay behind or something. If
This is like one of their headquarters, right? Or is it just one of their bases?
So this Midnight is a city. So even though none of you said you were doing any kind of research on Midnight as you were traveling to go there, I'll be nice since you guys are level 1. And you guys can look up the virtual flyer on Midnight. Midnight is so named because it's pretty much built by and financed by the Midnight Corps. It's one of the ways that they
Outposts?
generate income besides, it's as a huge
Fees and
corporation.
tolls.
And what they do is the different tracks caravans go out, pick up resources, come back, and then ships take them off planet. Not a whole lot stays on the planet, and so that's what Midnight is. And although it has long since been sold and changed hands several times, it's no longer Midnight. The Midnight Corps gets a percentage out of everything that happens from here, but it's
No longer
not
owned by them.
owned or controlled by the Midnight. There is a Midnight Corps office here, just similar to where you guys were recruited on all your different planets, and that's where you're going to go to meet Tiknuk.
Okay.
Take what?
Tiknuk.
Tiknuk. And what species was he again?
Duck.
Again, nobody asked or did any kind of research. However, so you don't know. You'll find out shortly.
I think we were a little too busy fighting a giant space monster that was trying to eat us.
All right, and so
I
as you
heard a
land,
distinct num 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 sound.
they tell you that they'll go ahead and finish any repairs that need to be done to your ship, restocking, things like that, repaint, do a little touch up on the paint, that type of thing.
Weapons to it. What?
And
add a nuke launcher to it while you're at it.
so, Amika, you're staying on the ship?
I'll just go over there.
You have to.
Okay. Are you going to take your pets, or companions, rather?
I am.
Of course.
No, mine can stay on.
Okay. So, he is
But yours, Doc.
happy to stay behind. I mean, less walking. Will be unsupervised, so he'll be happy to stay behind.
Yeah, he's gonna use the chance to tweak some things that he has and reorganize his bag.
All right. Let me. All right. So you go into this large office, and it's basically one large open room. Just to the right of the doors is this large desk, and then from the back of the desk itself is this robot torso. It has 2 arms, and then as you take that in, you also see toward the rear of the office there's a taller, large desk made for the Formian behind it, who appears to be deep in conversation. There's this holoscreen that's glistening in front of him, and you see the backs of 3 faces as you're sort of looking through, and they're facing him. It looks to be some sort of conference that he's in. And hey, Sven, what is a Formian? Well, I'm glad you asked.
Wow.
So
They're
he's
one of the
about 8
natives of
feet tall.
Castrovel.
He's about 8 feet
That would
tall.
be
The body itself is about 4 to 6. About 4 feet long from front to his butt.
and this is the nice guy.
They are civilized, yes.
Abdomen.
And the robot says, "Welcome to Midnight Court, Akaton Branch. How may I assist you?"
We are following orders to report here for work.
Very well.
I
If you
am
will.
Dr. Dade, captain of the Midnight 7.
and there's a little slide that part of the desk slides over, and there's a little bioscan panel there. Please provide your appendage.
All right, I'll put my hand out
Which
for
one?
Okay, so it scans you.
That's exactly what I was.
It says, yes, Tiknok is expecting you. If you will wait outside, I will call you as soon as he is finished.
Tell you, if you saw this farming worker in a alleyway, man, you would not survive your traumatization. I guarantee it. Look at those
Okay.
teeth.
Yeah, look at Twitch.
I know, but this is a guy. This has got some serious. Twitch is kind of cute and lovable.
Which is kind of
There's
cute.
nothing cute and lovable about this thing.
Alrighty. So,
the pretty aqua colors and
Are
lovely
we
eye.
looking at the same pictures? Twitch is cute. We're not
Of
looking
course,
at.
Twitch is
We
cute.
can't be looking at the same pictures. They're both bugs.
Yes, they are.
so you stand
Yes, but
outside
I'm a
for a
cuter
moment.
bug. I can roll into a ball.
That's right.
That's right.
So you stand outside for a moment, and then your comm pings, indicating that Tiknok is ready to see you.
Nice.
TikTok.
And as you come back in, you see that he has a couple like benches that are set up. This is pretty common, especially within Impact Worlds, and in Absalom Station and public places where you have all different types of races. So having chairs or having things like that, you have a halfling on one side and you have something like Twitch on the other. So having a chair to fit everybody would be unreasonable. So they just have like benches or sometimes it's like bar stools, those type of things that can be used by multiple races. So that has been set up to where it's shortly in front of his desk. And as he sees you come back in, he waves you forward. Welcome. Come, have a seat. And he's speaking in broken common.
I prefer to stand.
I'll stand too. I'm a big person.
I'm sitting down.
And you see he's has several different displays up on his screen. You are just in time. We had not sure you were going to make it for the run today. I'm glad to see you. There is no time to waste. You will be going to pick up a load of cargo and returning it here. And he punches some buttons on his computer. Doc, your comm unit beeps, and you see that there are coordinates and a very, very basic overview of the local area from like a satellite view, so basically a Google Maps, if you will, with where you are and where you're going to go. The XR2 will give you the keys to the vehicles, and he points back and around. If you follow over here, the third door will lead you to the hangar, and you can follow the coordinates, return the cargo here.
Sounds simple enough. I know he's an alien, and it's probably difficult for me to do so, but I would like to sense motive.
All right, give me a sense motive. Anybody else who wishes to do so can as well.
We be trained in it, or we just do it?
You can just do it. Go do it in the tower if you would.
Okay. I will do that, certainly.
Where's the tower?
So it should be a little gray thing somewhere. It says dice
So
in
tower.
the bottom right
Little
hand
gray
corner.
castle, yeah.
It starts in the bottom right, but you can move it. So I'm not sure where it would end up.
It may be up,
Thank you.
up in the. Mine always ended up in the
Oh,
middle
well,
of the
let's get
screen.
What do we roll with?
Sense motive,
Sense motive.
if you want to.
All right, I want to. Let's see what I did. How I did. 19.
All right, so all of you are pretty much picking up the fact that he seems
Nervous.
maybe like impatient, or and he's also a little relieved because it looks, as from what he's been saying, he now has somebody who can do this, pick up this cargo. It appears to be time sensitive, so he doesn't have to find another team to do it.
Continue to worry about it.
So that's
All right, I'm
what you're
satisfied.
picking up from him.
Let us motor. Or
Also
jet.
on your comm unit, along with the coordinates, there is a timer that is ticking down, and it's at 70 minutes. And he says it should take you approximately 60 minutes at a reasonably safe speed to get there. Please try to be on time.
Well, let's get cracking, folks.
Yep.
Alrighty.
All right, so as you guys leave, the robot hands you 3 keys. And anybody who is trained in engineering, go ahead and give me a DC 15 engineering check.
In the tower.
Not today.
16.
I'm
Wait,
talking
did
about.
I roll the right thing?
You did. So,
Okay.
Loki, one of them is a... Oh, there you go. All right. So, Loki...
How do you tell it again? I'm sorry.
You can do engineering if you want, as the robot hands over the keys. And it's on the skills page. I didn't hear the first part of your question.
I said, how do you tell if you're trained again? Is it if you have the rank?
Correct.
The check mark.
If it's
Yeah,
not,
rank
if
in
it's
it.
the box is red, then you can't roll it, unless
Okay.
I say you can. Otherwise,
I
you can
asked
roll it anytime you
because
want.
somebody told me it was the check marks, and I have the check marks but no rank, so that's why I was asking.
Yeah. So that just means
They're
it was
separate
part of your
things.
training in school, in your soldier training, but you didn't really specialize in it.
Ah, okay. So kind of like how I'm not very good at science, but I know it.
Exactly. All right.
But the
So
ranks are the big things.
so the Loki, you recognize the one key is to like a truck, and
Okay.
Orin and Twitch, you recognize the truck key. You also recognize the other two are speeder keys, so small, individual, very fast vehicles. Like
Nice. Woohoo! Peter.
Orindor is going for that speeder. It's something my size.
All right. So, do you want to share that the information you have, Doc, to the rest of the team?
Yes.
All right. So your communicators beep, and you see, like I said, like a basic Google Maps overview of Akaton, the area you're in, with a line as to where you're supposed to be going. And it says estimated time 60 minutes. You now have 71 minutes to get there. So as you make your way over to this docking bay, you come over to and you see that it's like a truck or a ship dock cargo, in that there's lots of containers. A lot of them are like the containers we have, standard shape and size to fit on several different type of vehicles. You see some ships are being loaded. You see lots of different activity going on here.
I see nothing. Can you reshare that?
I didn't share a map yet.
Oh, okay. You're just okay.
Yes, he's describing things on what die.
And you see
Oh my god.
toward the back, you see this large cargo vehicle and you notice, as you sort of raise the key and you go beep beep, you see that this large cargo vehicle called a Terminator Slingshot lights up, and then next to it you see 5 different speeders.
I'll fly the barge.
Here's the lock. Where's my lock? Where's my lock?
Unless somebody has any objection to that.
Okay, I'm just looking
Nope.
for.
Taking the speeder.
Yeah, I want a speeder too.
Yeah, Doc looks dubiously at the speeders like, yeah, not if I can help it. He's almost at the point where he might physically fight you to not have to get on a speeder.
I'll take that bullet for you, Doc.
That's where it
I
is.
guess I'll drive the truck.
There it is.
No.
Okay. So Twitch, you're looking at this thing as you guys approach, and you think you might have an issue trying to fit on this thing because they're very small. They're made for humanoids.
Great, you would do that to me. Thanks.
Can she run on the barge?
Oh, yes.
I'll ride on the barge if I can't get on a speeder.
So you can
Yeah,
zoom
there's no
in
way
on
you
the
can fit on the
speeders if you
speeder.
want to see exactly what they are. I do not have a separate picture of the speeder itself, but it's similar to.
Mine's moving.
The
Sorry,
ones from Star Wars?
Yeah.
it's me.
Oh, it's like a small Toyota Tacoma with jet propulsion.
Right. So like the speeders, and you have this net contraption type thing in front. It looks like it's some sort of solar panel that helps provide power to it as well. So you have 2 of those,
So it's
and
almost
the
like
large
a
barge.
chariot or a rickshaw.
Yep. So Orindor and either Amika, Loki, or Doc could ride in one if they wanted to, or individually you can take the other 2. Just need to know who's in what.
All right. I like I said, I'll fly the barge unless somebody else wants to do that.
Well, and since we're size shaming today, I will ride on the barge. Somebody else can have the fun of a speeder.
I want the speeder.
Okay. So Amika has a speeder and Orin has a speeder.
Yep.
All right. So you have to find a couple phone books to and tie a couple sticks to the bottom of your shoes so you can reach the pedals.
Yep. It's all good.
So as you guys are inspecting your vehicles, those of you with piloting would know first thing you do before you accept any vehicle, do a walk around. Same thing for people who
Yes.
rent cars or stuff. You do a walk
Yep.
around, see what shape it's in, so you're not culpable. Do a little checklist, make sure the lights are working, the flashers and stuff are all working.
Right. I'm checking this one out here. When I clicked, but then it disappeared.
All right, so give me just a second here as you guys are doing that. The from your comm unit sizzles, let me put you guys on the map. And so who is actually trained in piloting or has ranks in piloting?
I am.
Pilot.
Actually, I take that back. I do not have ranks in piloting, but I have a bonus in it.
Yep.
All right, so I know Mika is trained in piloting. Is anybody else?
Orndor's not.
I don't have any ranks in it.
All right, so Mika, you would be inspecting the barge, whether you drive it or not. You would at least be the one checking the engines and checking stuff. Anybody trained in engineering would also be looking at. So go ahead and put yourselves where you want to be. The two speeders that are yours are the ones that are farthest to the right as you're looking at the map, farthest to the east.
That's where I am.
Oh, here, let me unlock it. There you go. So now you guys can move.
All right. Will the speeders accommodate more than one person?
One medium, or you can also have, I mean, like I said, Orndor could squeeze in with somebody, but they're made for one person. Basically, it's like a motorcycle. Think of a motorcycle as far as comfort. So you could have somebody behind
All right.
holding on.
Doc,
Are we short of
Doc
people?
doesn't want to, but he will get on one of the bikes and look at it.
I thought you were doing the barge.
I think we decided to have Amika do the barge because she has the better piloting.
No,
Unless you want me.
Mika
Oh,
said
She's
she
she
was
was
doing
going to
just
take the
doing the
speeder.
inspection. Okay, then I will
She's
fly
doing
the
the
barge
inspection.
then. I will fly the barge, yes.
So
So it'll be
the barge is, like I
Doc
said,
and
you're going to have 3 people on the barge. So it's, who flies it may not come into play, but it doesn't matter who flies it.
Yeah.
So is that where everybody is? Amika, Loki, Twitch, you guys like where you are?
Yep.
Yeah.
I will settle for where I'm at. I'm not liking it,
where's
but I will settle.
I'm kind of curious about what's in
the
on this barge that. Never mind.
What are you asking?
Nothing. I'm good.
So right now the barge is empty. There's 2 cargo
there's no
containers on there that are empty. You're going to go fill these cargo containers.
And we only have a limited amount of time to do it. So let's get cracking.
Right. Reno, what were you looking for?
I have no idea what we're looking at here. I thought the barge was the circle thing.
Yes, it is.
So then if nobody's on it, then how is anybody on it?
Right now everybody's
I am.
outside it. They haven't actually gone into it yet. They're just outside looking at it, inspecting it and
Okay.
stuff, and looking at the speeders and talking, making fun of each other, and figuring out who's going to do what.
All right. Well, Loki can take this speeder, and I'll hang out with him, whatever. How many speeders do we have again? We have 2 or 3.
The one behind you
okay.
is the other one, and Amika's on that one.
Okay.
So, Twitch, you hear
I see me go over here.
your comm unit.
Yes.
And it is a robotic voice, it's some sort of translator program. So it's like if you had spoken into Siri and then it translated it for you and it was speaking. You hear, "You the Midnight Crew."
We are.
Yes.
Right, and as you sort of turn around and look and see, you notice that the area you're in has a couple robots moving stuff around, but you see, there it is. This person looks sort of formless. He's carrying a weapon, and he's walking towards you guys. Go ahead, Twitch. Go ahead and give me a sense motive.
Okay.
Spathinia? Is that pronounced Spathinia?
Spathine is how I pronounce it. And you realize the one speaking to you.
Wow. That's cool. It's a robot? Partial robot? No.
It is a bug
No.
creature. And they open
Some
fire.
armor.
When you say
They
yes,
open
that's not
fire.
good.
they shoot at
Evil.
you. And
Evil.
that is, we will pick this up in 2 weeks. So if you zoom out
Asshole.
on your map, you'll see them to the south.
Darn you, Sven.
All right. Well, this is a revolting predicament.
I knew something was going to happen.
It's all good. I've been practicing my knife skills.
I was thinking something was going to happen like in Han Solo where they get attacked.
So to clarify the, there we go. All right, so yeah, so right now, so Doc, you don't know what's happening at this point just because of where you are.
I'm out of line of sight of the enemies. That's a perfect place to be.
All right, so thank you guys for playing with me. I enjoyed it. I appreciate it. I hope you guys did as well.
Sorry about being late.
Thank you for the opportunity to play this game. It is
Yes, thank you.
vying for my favorite role-playing game of all time. I love 5e D&D, but it is not even close to one of my favorite role-playing games of all time. This game kicks butt in so many ways.
I'm not
I'm definitely enjoying it.
Yeah.
All right, so next week we will be doing the mindful blank Dead Sons campaign. They have finally decided to leave the skyscraper, so they will be no longer climbing that, and so make sure
That was an epic battle,
follow.
that last one, though.
It was.
Yeah,
Yep.
a little screenplay happening with all that crap that happened. It's pretty intense.
So make sure you like, subscribe, follow us, see what's going on at Spencer77 social, and whatever else you do, enjoy the rest of your day.